Hi, this is Yvonne DiVita from BlogPaws, and I am one of the original co-founders.
And I'm Tom Collins, and also from BlogPaws, and also one of the original co-founders.
And you know what? This year, I'm just looking around, and the memories are flooding my head. I'm thinking about that first BlogPaws and how we were wondering who was going to show up.
Yeah, I was sitting at the newbie table at breakfast this morning and had that same conversation. How did all this get started? And yeah, it was amazing that first time back in Columbus. The backstory a little bit is that Yvonne had been involved in blogging with women's blogs for several years. We got a gig with Nestle Purina, and in 2009 ended up with a bunch of other pet bloggers at a women's blogging conference. And the question came up, why isn't there something like this for pet bloggers?
Yeah, it's so funny because we called and talked to some of our friends who were in the business, the social media, training, education business, and we said, we have this idea. We want to have a conference just like some of the other social media conferences, just for pet bloggers, remember? And you remember they said, no, you can't do that.
No. You don't want to do it that way. You need to, if you want to do that, start an organization, build a website, start to get an audience first. And we said, wait a minute, that's not how the women at Blog Her did it.
Yeah, well, it wasn't us anyway. The reality is that the more they said, no, don't do it, the more we said, we know the pet bloggers are out there. We are very much aware of that. And so we started this thing called BlogPaws with Caroline Gollin. And it was like we announced we were going to have this conference and with pet bloggers and brands, and how long was it? 3 weeks before somebody sent us a check?
Yeah, we had the first sponsor check before we had a bank account to put it in.
I remember, and then we had the conference, and it was so successful. From the 200 people that were there, and the brands were coming up and telling us. I mean, we had the major pet brands, and all the pet bloggers were so happy to meet each other. And so we knew then that was, this was really going to be something. And as we explored further, we built the media company so the brands and the bloggers could work together. And I look around today and sitting at the tables at breakfast and lunch with some of the bloggers, I'm amazed at the fact that our pet bloggers just continue to want to do what they do for the benefit of pets. And that's what sets BlogPaws apart, in my mind, from so many of the other networks. Is when you talk to our members, it isn't, well, I'm blogging because I want better nutrition. That might be their topic, but in the end, we're all collectively about saving pets.
Yeah, the pets, I mean, I think back, and I've said for years, there were 3 things that we did right from the beginning that you still see going on at BlogPaws now that I can't, I mean, they just turned out to be the right moves, not because we were smart, just because that's what we decided to do. One was to make the conference itself pet friendly. Mm-hmm. We had seen what happened with a brand that ran a conference for mom bloggers and said, oh no, your babies are not invited.
That didn't work out well.
That didn't work out so well.
No.
So we decided the babies in our space were going to be invited right from day one. The second thing was to connect with a local shelter right from that first conference and make sure that we were giving back for pets. I always wanted to do those big checks from stage, so so we got to do a donation, and the third thing was that whenever we were making a decision about something related to BlogPaws, starting a new initiative, should we do this, should we do that, the first test was always what's in it for the bloggers.
Yeah.
So from the time we started to build the network and do campaigns, we didn't want it to be what's in it for us or what's in it for the brands. The first question was what's in it for the bloggers.
It's so important because I was talking to a woman today who is going to start a blog, And she said, I don't know where to begin. And we talked a little bit about what she might write about. And I basically said to her, you have to remember that it isn't about you. It's always about the reader. It's always about the person who's going to read. What do you want them to receive from your blog? And then when you write it, they will let you know what else they want on the blog. So it's never about us. It's never about what can we do. We sit in meetings all year long. From the end of this conference, we start right away on the next conference and basically start thinking, how can we help the bloggers? What did we miss this year? And it's so fulfilling. There's nothing better in the world than what we do at BlogPaws, because, as I say all the time, that pet people are the best people.
Yeah, my line has always been, this is not your average business conference. We do all the same stuff, and the education is there, the networking's there, the exhibit hall's there, but so are the pets, and that makes our conference so much more fun.
Yeah, every day when we get up, we know we're going to bump into somebody we know. We're going to bump into all the pets that we've had capybaras, we've had mini pet pigs. I know there's a rat here, a therapy rat. And basically, this is the trusted, loyal space. I tell people all the time, one of the things that our bloggers love about BlogPaws is that they can come here and be a pet mom, dress their dog up, dress their cat up. No one is going to look at them funny. And Carol has Cocker Spaniel earrings on today, and she said, I probably won't wear these anywhere else. And I'm like, you should wear them everywhere. But she felt that this was the place where she knew she could wear them and everyone would understand.
Yep, safe space, warm and welcoming, a place where you can come and talk about really serious issues, but you know you're among people who will get it and why you're talking about it, and yeah, that's what I think makes BlogPaws really special.
Well, the best part to me now is that while you and I continue to be active in it, we are now letting other people, we have a team, and Yvonne DiVita, our daughter, is kind of the chief of everything, and she's running things, and the entire team now is doing what Tom and I used to do kind of by ourselves with Caroline in those early days, and they're coming up with really phenomenal things and new things and ideas. And this conference this year so far, and there's still quite a bit to come, has been super above the top. I don't know how they pulled it off, but boy, it's been great.
Yeah, I guess that's part of the story. A lot of people were very nervous when we got acquired and now are part of the PetSmart family. But what that really has turned out to do was give us the resources to build a team and kind of make sure that that BlogPaws will be around. It ain't just us anymore.
Yeah.
So
it's the big community. It's always the big community, and it will never stop being for and about the bloggers
and their pets. Yep.
Yeah, and their pets.
You need to join us in Kansas City, Missouri for BlogPaws 2018, April 18th to the 20th, for the best speakers, the best sessions, the most education, to meet with the brands, to network with other bloggers and others who care so deeply about pets. There's no better place. I hope to see you there.